Hey, welcome to the lighter side of the dark side. It's your weekly freak show here on Renegade Radio, Steel Waves Radio, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple, Stitcher, Sauron for our Indian fans, and we've got quite a few. It's Dark Mark, the goth comedian, and it's the Dark Mark show. Unfortunately, Hannah couldn't make it today. She's having, she's got something with grandpa's happening, and we will have her back next week. Or actually this week. We're having a doubleheader this week. But it's always great to see my former co-host and always a friend of the show, Nicole Sixx.
Hi.
Nicole, straight from her patio where they're doing all sorts of yard work and raking leaves, so you might hear some weird things on the podcast, but that's okay.
It's real life.
Hi, Nicole.
Hi. How's it going, Mark?
It's going good. I know that you've got a lot of stuff coming up, and we're going to talk about what you got going on. And
awesome.
But this is somebody I wanted you to meet. I wanted Hannah to meet. I want everybody to meet. She's been on my show twice before, but never with a co-host, and that's why I wanted to make sure she had a co-host this time.
Very cool.
But she is such a personality in herself. She's a straight. She's coming to us live from Germany.
Yes.
What town in Germany, JBB?
Okay, the biggest town people may know is Schwerin. It's like it's Mecklenburg-Vorpommern, so it's like between Hanover and Hamburg, like the northern part.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the former lead singer of Otto's Daughter. Now she's solo, although she does collaborate with Smash Mob and other groups. I've seen some of those collaborations. She has a YouTube vlog, YouTube channel. She has a podcast, or she had a podcast. She's going to have it again. That's my friend, my dream girl, my European friend, Jacqueline Von Bierk.
Hello.
JVB.
Hi, Jacqueline. I love your hair.
Thank you.
It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon here in LA, and it's 10 o'clock at night in small town Germany.
Yes.
And I wanted to have you on because I could have you on every week because you've always got some great stuff to talk about, but I wanted to see how it was in Europe, and I know you moved about 7-8 months ago.
Yeah, it was kind of a weird thing because I had planned on coming to Europe for 3 months just to explore the music scene and everything, and then I had already booked my ticket, which was from mid-December to beginning of March, and then my mom became ill, and so it was perfect timing in a fucked up way. And so I've been here pretty much taking care of my mom, and helping her cope and heal. And so she's doing much better. But yeah, I've been here since mid-December.
Okay. I guess, good timing is relative, but I'm sorry to hear about your mother, but
yeah,
glad she has you there.
Yeah, I'm so grateful that I had the ability, to be here. I rented my apartment out, and when I spoke to the guy, I was like, well, I want to leave LA for a little bit anyway. So if you want to stay longer than 3 months, I guess we'll do it 6 months, and I'm going to go back to New York. That was my plan, actually, to come back to New York in March,
Oh, now you tell me.
Yeah. But, and then the pandemic happened, and I guess everybody's plans got kind of screwed, and life is not what people thought it's going to be, right? So.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the new normal, Germany, singing, songwriting, writing, all sorts of things. But we gotta get our sponsors in, and we've got so many. We might have too many sponsors now. We got so many sponsors. Last time we were on the show, Jacqueline, we had 2 sponsors. Now we have 5.
Woohoo!
But I'm going to try to do this real quick because we're introducing a new sponsor today. But Audible has always been with us, and Nicole's a writer, and so's the guy clomping around. Jacqueline, you're on the road, so I'm sure you listen to audiobooks. So you get, if you go to audibletrial.com/DMS, you get a 30-day trial, 2 free books, or 1 free book and 2 free Audible originals. You can cancel the next day, you keep the books. You can't beat it. So free trial, free books, take advantage. audibletrial.com/DMS. You can get whatever books you want, whatever Audible.
And the nice thing about audio, I was going to say the nice thing about audiobooks is they take up like 36 hours of a time. right now, and you could really use that. Just put them on while you're, I mean, you can put them on at any point in the house and learn something if you want to get like a nonfiction book, or you can put on something entertaining and just transport yourself to another world while doing your dishes or riding on a bike or something.
Right.
Audiobooks are really helpful right now.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of self-help and a lot of hypnosis books for helping you out. So I know Jacqueline is she's into positivity and all sorts of things. And
Nice.
we're going to talk about Wim Hof. I know that he's got a couple books there. So audibletrial.com/DMS. Support your local restaurants, especially Doomy's Home Cooking, the best vegan restaurant in Hollywood, Culver City in Toronto, 1253 Vine Street in Hollywood. If you're watching this on YouTube, listening to us on a podcast catcher, there will be links in the description for 20% off Hustler Hollywood. So, still have to have sex, and if you're having sex by yourself, you might need help. Or Spy Associates. A lot of people spying on people. A lot of people want to know if they're being spied on. 20% off any order over $249 at Spy Associates. Get some James Bond stuff. But our new sponsor, I'm very excited about this because if Nicole knows anything about me, she knows that I am a connoisseur of energy drinks.
It's true. That's what you drink.
I've tried them all. I tried Steven Seagal's energy drink. I tried the energy drink that had horny goat weed in it. I tried them all. I'm so glad that the best one is sponsoring our show, which is Raze energy drink, R-A-Z-E. This is an energy drink that you don't find at your local 7-Eleven. You'll find it in gyms. You'll find it at GNC, and you'll find it at the website that I'll be posting on the show with a 15% discount on anything Raze energy drinks or anything from Rep Sports. They have sleep aids. They have workout powders. But the great thing about Raze energy drinks, which is what I recommend you get, and they just came out with a new flavor, Baja Lime, which tastes like the Baja Blast from Taco Bell, but even better, 0 calories, 0 carbs, 0 crash. Raze energy drinks. The stuff in there is top notch, and it helps you focus, keeps you energized, and it's the one energy drink I can tell you does not make you crash. So Raze energy drinks. Go to the there's going to be a link where you get a 15% discount with the code DMS for the Dark Mark Show. DMS, get Raze energy drinks. So that's it for the
That's awesome.
that's it for the shameless plugs. Oh, wait, it's not, because if you go to tpublic.com/user/DMS, you can get our Dark Mark Show t-shirts, masks, anything. Hannah Bach t-shirts, masks. We got coffee mugs. We've got notebooks. We got everything with our logos on it. Jacqueline,
That's awesome.
yes.
That is awesome.
Enough of the shameless plug. Jacqueline, that we know so well. Last time I saw you was when I was on your podcast.
Yeah.
And I went to your apartment in North Hollywood, and we had a great chat. And then you're like, I don't know, I think I'm gonna make a change here pretty soon. And you did. And you went from LA to Germany, back home.
Yeah.
Now, I've been watching your YouTube videos. What surprised me about Germany now, because I've never been, I've always wanted to go, is how green it is.
Yes, very. I mean, well, I live out in a really small town where I'm surrounded by the woods and there's a lot of gardens. But I'm in Berlin, and Berlin is super green. I mean, they have big, like in Pankow, for example, they have like a big park, like maybe while you're not talking, you can mute, like.
Hey, Nicole, maybe mute for a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
How do I do that?
If you go to the
yeah. No, but not your video. We want to see you.
That's it. Yeah.
Yay.
If you go to the bottom left, it says mute. Anyway.
Oh, why does her face go away?
Oh, she'll be back. She'll be back.
Yeah.
And she can hear us.
Yeah. So I live, like I said, I live like right by the woods, which is beautiful. And then, but even Berlin, I was surprised. Berlin is so green. There's like so many parks, and everywhere you go, it's gorgeous. It's really gorgeous.
Surely you've been to Berlin before.
Yeah, I have, but I didn't go to those parts last time. This time I really spent I was like there for like 4 days. And I had Bolt with me, so obviously I'm looking for stuff where I can go with him,
Yeah.
And I was blown away.
Because when we think of Germany, we think of like metropolis. We think of very industrial, very metallic overtone.
No. Especially where I'm at, Mecklenburg is like known to be like my little town where there's really not much going on at all. We have a lot of visitors. We have a lot of tourists, which is like so weird, but we have so many little lakes and there's a lot of nature. So people that come from bigger towns like Stuttgart or like, like the big towns. Even Hamburg is very green. It's pretty, it's like Portland, I guess. It's like Oregon.
So they're not coming to see you. Is that what it is? Because you're a big star? Or?
Oh, they are. They take an autograph and.
Oh, it's the singer from Otto's Daughter. She lives right here in the small town. Everybody's.
That's right.
Germany.
That's right.
So Nicole's back now. How's Germany handling the pandemic now? What's going on there? Because you're not a fan of the mask, but.
Well, I'm not saying I'm not a fan of the mask. I just think that from what I'm hearing, some people are so crazy about that, where I feel like you should not be running with a mask on. Come on. I mean, it's common sense kind of, sort of. I'd rather not run than run with a mask if I work out, for example. Like, that's just not healthy. That's just my opinion. When I was in Berlin, in the train, of course, I'm wearing a mask, but when I'm outside walking, I use social distancing. And where I'm at, my town, we don't wear masks walking around because we are so spread out. It's not a crowded town, but we do wear masks when we go into the stores. Actually, there's a policy, one cart and one person with a mask,
Okay, so they have done some legislation.
Oh, yeah. And you have to, it's funny, the cards here always get put back because you have to put 50 cents in.
Oh.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Fucking annoying.
Even at the 99-cent store, I'm like, wait a second, that's half my groceries just getting the card out.
Yeah. Well, or you can get a chip, and then you put the chip in. But so people always put the card back. It's kind of funny. It's so annoying. And you can't get in the store without a card because they'll yell at you, especially right now. Because they want, like, if the cards are gone, then the store is too crowded and you can't get in. But like I said, in my town, it doesn't really happen because it's a lot of old people. It's a lot of nature, and it's never that crowded. I mean, I go down my town like at 7 or 8 with Bolt for a walk. There's like nobody on the street, like nobody.
I can imagine, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Germany?
I haven't. I'd like to go at some point. I hear that the rents are really low, and so I had some people. Yes, some friends actually of mine moved there just for the cheap rent.
Well, it's funny. I mean, in Berlin is like the capital of Germany now. And Berlin is like the New York of Germany to me. I feel it's like very metropolitan. It's, it's very, especially certain areas that are like so totally hip and cool and alternative, like everything I like, And my friend just got an apartment, which is beautiful. It's not directly in Berlin, but it's like 20 minutes with a train, and she pays €650.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then in Berlin, I guess it's getting a little bit higher too, like 900 or something. But it's still, compared to LA and stuff, it's definitely, or New York, forget it.
Yeah, that's less than what I'm paying. So, and a big gay and drag part of town.
Germany also has an amazing music scene.
Yeah, I haven't been able to explore all that. I wanted to do that, but I didn't get a chance to, because everything's been kind of screwed at the moment. So
now, are you well known? Do people stop you on the street in Germany?
What?
Are you well known there?
No.
Because I know Otto's Daughter had a following when you.
Yeah, but no.
When you toured before.
No. Well,
Nobody stopped down the street. Ah, are you JBB?
no.
All right.
No, they don't. Especially now that you're wearing a mask, nobody's gonna know.
Yeah, that's. No, but the other thing I've been as you normally do. I was doing tireless research on Jacqueline, and on one of your YouTube vlogs, you have a whole story about. I guess you were born in East Germany. Is that correct?
Yeah,
I didn't know that. So you were born on the communist side.
I am.
And you single-handedly are responsible for the fall of the Berlin Wall.
Yes, we are. We escaped before the wall came down,
Just before the wall came down, right?
Yeah. And that's part of the reason why it all collapsed, because, not just me, it was a lot of us, but it became so extreme that people wanted to get out. I don't know how much you know about, like, people in East Germany that wanted to get out. They had to go through a whole process. They would lose their job. They would, be mind fucked like crazy, played against one another. Like, if there was a family, the husband could, within 24 hours, they tell him he can leave, but then the wife and the children can't. And it's really horrible. People got shot, trying to escape, like climbing the wall.
Yeah.
But there came a point where we just wanted to get out, and so everybody kept leaving. And even though I was still really young, I was like, oh my God, I don't want to be stuck here, because I want to see the world. I don't want to be here. And we escaped. It's a long story, but when we went through Prague and to the embassy, the West German embassy, it became so unhealthy, because we were so many. It was over capacity, like people sleeping in 50 people in a 20 people tent, and people couldn't go to the bathroom. They had to wait for 3-4 hours, and people would just do their business anyway. They had to go.
Right.
There wasn't enough food. People would fight over bananas, but because we didn't really have bananas here, or like oranges or Coca-Cola, all that kind of crap. So they actually told our government that you cannot do that to your people. You need to free your people. We have to let them go. We have to take them out. So that's how it kind of happened. And then after that, all of East Germany was closed. Nobody could leave. And then I think like a month later or 2 months later, the wall came down, because they just couldn't, they were kind of overthrown. And
How emotional was it for you to see the Berlin Wall again? They still have parts of it up.
It was cool to go back, and what was really emotional for me was seeing all these people. There's like a whole wall of people that died, that got shot trying to escape. That was kind of like, because everything that's happening right now is kind of reminding me of that in a way, where I was like, we got so controlled, so mind controlled. We couldn't leave to travel anymore. My parents couldn't go anywhere, Well, you could go to Poland.
People,
Exactly. And so that was pretty emotional. What was really emotional for me was when I climbed over the fence into the embassy, and I was like, oh my God, I made it. I didn't get shot.
And how old were you?
I was like really young. I was a teenager, but I really wanted to get into politics as a young kid, because I was always interested I always wanted to do the right thing and be, stand up for people's rights.
Yeah.
And they told us, oh, that's what we're doing. But then a lot of things that I was questioning didn't make sense, or I wouldn't get the answers. I was like, why can't I go and visit America or London? Or because those are our enemies, And I was like, wait, why are they our enemies? What are they trying to do to us? And that's when I was like, fuck politics.
And speaking of America and speaking of the Berlin Wall, since you're German, maybe you could explain to us the fascination of German people with David Hasselhoff. Why is he so popular? And why was he the one to sing freedom when the wall came down?
I don't know. I don't think it has anything to do with the wall, but my mom loves him too. It's crazy. Like,
See?
I think Germans is like really cheesy fucking music. I mean, the music that is really popular here is horrible. And my mom and her boyfriend, they watch it every Sunday morning. I'm like, oh, why so early, guys? Yeah, that's the show every Sunday in the summer. They do this show, and it's always
It's like
these,
an American, like German bandstand, like sort
yeah,
of
but
thing, like a top
it's like
40.
schlagers. It's this cheesy, and they
Top of the
always
pops.
they're smiling and singing. They're like, the world is so beautiful. I love you so much. It's just horrible.
Although I did like David Hasselhoff's latest album because he kind of rocked it out. He did a song with Al Jurgensen. They did Sweet Caroline together.
Oh, they did? Oh, nice.
And Nicole, now you since you keep fluttering in and out, I better get you while I can. Exciting stuff for you, in that you're working on some movies now. We were talking last time you were on the show. You were talking about working on some movies, and it looks like things are happening.
Yeah, the director actually just got in yesterday, so we're going to be doing some Zoom readings actually later on. Well, what's really cool is I discovered a small team. They say Broken Lizard, who wants to make shorts, and so they're going to make a short of one of my stories. So that's probably going to happen first.
Oh wow, the guys behind Super Troopers and those guys.
Well, they aren't Broken Lizard, but that's what they are trying to be like.
Oh, okay, they're like that. Okay, yeah.
That's
So
the best
they're
way
going to bring a
to
little
describe
comedy
them.
to your horror.
Well, they've already recorded they've already filmed. I shouldn't say recorded. These are actual movies. They already have filmed 2 different movies underneath their belts. So they're doing indie stuff, and I'm proud to be working with them.
That's
they don't
great.
have a name yet, though, so I can't be like,
Yeah.
whatever. When
You'll
they decide
have
on
to
a
name
name,
them is what it is. I think you'll have to figure it out.
they can name themselves. But it's a really cool group.
So it's a group of actors, an improv troupe.
Yeah, they got a really good independent following. Like one of them has 50K, and the other one actually has 100K. So I mean, It's not like it's going to be in theaters or anything, but it's a pretty good way to start off a short film.
That's good, and it's so weird though, because like who knows where the movies are going? I don't know if except for drive-ins, which I guess are the future.
About to make a comeback.
For a while, I don't think you're going to see movies in theaters that often. They're all going to go straight to streaming.
Yeah.
But I can see that for your stuff. I mean, your stuff is anthology, so I can see it like a Stranger Things, like a the kind of Netflix anthology wise. I could see that.
Well, one of the movies they made was called An Hour to Kill, and it was about these two hitmen who have an hour before they're supposed to go take out their mark, and during the hour they just tell each other short little horror stories. So that's kind of what they do.
Okay, that's great. I mean, this is the next logical step.
Yes, I'm excited about it.
And and you're working on any other books or any other scary stories?
Well, I'm still working on the Some Fucked Up Shit Witches, the 3rd book in my series, and I'm talking to Rock and Roll Pussycat Books, and they were saying after they finish the Dandy Warhol's book, they'd love to publish my book. So we're going with a bigger publisher next time.
Wow, that's a pretty good company.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. They're out of Australia. They're really cool. They're going to get me on shelves so I can get off Amazon. It's going to be great.
And is there anything in researching witches that you found out that you didn't know before?
I'm learning a lot from my friends. So I have friends who study hermetics now, and I'm learning new things that I didn't know before. They'd be difficult to explain, so I'm not going to go into it. But yes, I'm learning.
I love that.
They say like I said, I had somebody on the show that said every strong woman is a witch. So I don't know. I guess I'm talking to a couple witches now, strong women. Jacqueline, now you, in addition to.
By the way, Jacqueline, I love your necklace. I noticed your ankh. It's very metal.
Thank you.
Well, that goes to a fan question. My friend Giselle, who has seen you at the CIA on my show a couple times, and fell in love with your style, Jacqueline.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted to know what inspires your fashion, because you are a fashion designer as well.
My favorite designer of all time is Alexander McQueen. I think he was just so provoking and original, you know, and also using like ugliness to make it beautiful, to show the ugly side of. I don't know if you guys ever seen like where the models had like the really big lips and they look like really dark, and I don't know if you've seen that, but like I just love things that talk to me. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you feel, Nicole, about like, you know, fashion. It's like you see something and like, shit, this is awesome, this is so unique, this is like, it has a touch of darkness to it, you know.
How do you come up with a design that nobody's thought of before?
You know, when I was starting out with my band Otto's Daughter, I was always just, I didn't want to wear just like a regular skirt and a shirt or something. So I was just like cutting things up, and I would actually drive my band crazy. I would make an outfit before every show. And my then boyfriend was like, just hurry the fuck up, we have to leave, you know. I'm like, I'm almost ready. I don't know, it just kind of, I never thought about it. It was not something, I'm not one of those people who was like really good at actually you know, measuring everything and making it all perfect like Desi design is, right? Or like other real designers. I'm more of just like, I kind of know what I want and I fuck it up, and then I'll straighten it out, and I fuck it up again, I straighten it out, you know, until it kind of, and then it's often, it used to be often like a happy mistake, kind of like, to be honest. And then the shawl just happened to be, I really wanted to cover myself and not get sunburned.
Right.
That's how I designed the shawl. You know, it was just something that I needed and I couldn't find anywhere, because I walk my dog all the time, and I was like, man, I don't want to get freaking crazy tan, you know, and get burned. So that's how it came about. So it's more like just what I kind of want to see, and I definitely go on Pinterest sometimes, and I haven't really done much fashion at the moment because I don't have anything on me.
Right.
But I love fashion. I love function. I think fashion and function, that is our future anyway. Well, like, you know, I want to travel more, and having that minimalist approach where I can use one piece of clothing many different ways. That's kind of what I want to focus on.
Yeah, because she wanted you to design her whole wardrobe after seeing you with
All
your
right.
face last couple times. So I hopefully we can get you guys in contact. But I was actually I was looking at your YouTube channel, which you have a lot of positive things. You always had Motivational Monday, which sometimes is Monday, sometimes it's not. But
I know I slacked on it.
it's okay. But what it was something that we have in common, which I was very very interested to see, was we both tried the Wim Hof method.
Yes.
I don't know. Are you familiar with the Wim Hof method, Nicole?
I was going to say, what is that? Teach me.
It is a breathing technique that will make you impervious to cold.
Oh.
Wim Hof is
I
the
could
guy.
use that.
And is he Austrian? Is he German?
He's actually, I think, not New Zealand, but like he's not Australian, but is he?
Kiwi?
I'm not sure. Oh my God, I should know this, right?
I'll look it up.
Yeah, look it up. But it's amazing. It's also, it alkalizes your body. You know, your body gets alkaline if you keep breathing really deep, and it relaxes you. And he actually started it because his girlfriend committed suicide because she was so depressed and had a lot of anxiety and all that kind of stuff. So that all kind of eases those symptoms. And it's worked for me. I don't know about you, Mark.
He's Dutch. And
he's Dutch.
He's Dutch. He has held the record for being encased in ice, swimming under ice covered lakes. He does all sorts of things. There's all sorts of stuff on YouTube. And my friend told me about it a couple of years ago. I was staying in his house in Vegas. He had a pool that was not heated.
Yeah.
And we started dipping in the pool like every night in the winter.
Shit, I haven't done that.
And I haven't taken a hot shower in years.
I love the cold showers. It's great.
Well, I mean, now it's 90 degrees here, so it's fine. But I mean, in the winter, I take cold showers. But the thing is, it's the thought is that if you're breathing right, your body generates enough heat, it compensates for the cold.
Hmm.
And I didn't
cool.
know Jacqueline was into that, and apparently it's working.
Yeah, and for me personally, I also feel less down. I feel happier,
Yeah.
and I love it. I do it every day now. My breathing exercises, not the cold all the time. I do it like I would say 3/4 of the time. Like
I gotta refresh myself on the breathing techniques because I'm sure I'm doing it wrong. But it's a lot of short breaths than deep breaths.
You do like deep breaths, like at least 30 times. And then after the 30th time, you kind of hold your breath for as long as you feel comfortable. And then you let it go. And then you breathe in one more time for 15 seconds. And then you relax. And then you start over. For I do it 3 times. It's supposed to slow your heart rate down. It makes you calmer and teaches your heart not to work so hard.
So what's the wackiest thing you've done with the Wim Hof as far as cold is concerned? Because I know it gets cold where you're at.
Well,
Did you dive in a frozen river? Did you encase yourself in ice? Did you?
I haven't. No, I haven't. I want to do it.
Just a cold shower, that's it?
Yeah. Well, it's not cold here. Like where I'm at, it's not hot either, but it's like New York weather, It's kind of like the East Coast weather.
Well, I will tell you that in Las Vegas, I did take a dip in the non-heated pool, and where it was like below freezing temperature outside. I didn't stay a long time, but I did stay at least 30 seconds.
Nice.
And with breathing, so it's possible.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's this dude, but what this dude does, like he's playing soccer in the snow with no shorts and no shoes on, and he cases himself in ice. It's pretty crazy.
Didn't he climb? I think he climbed Mount Everest with just shorts too.
Yeah. He doesn't he's out in the freezing cold where it's snowing with shorts and a t-shirt on, and he's set a lot of records, and they say they don't recommend you do it, but they can't say that he's doing anything wrong because his body's fine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So apparently it accelerates healing and accelerates the immune system. All sorts of stuff.
I guess it puts your body in stress situations where your body is adapting more to stress. So when people get stressed, they're handling it better because they're calmer, they're more rational. I think everybody could use that right now.
Yeah, I would say so.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But it's just I don't know. I was curious how Germany was handling the pandemic. And what's the number?
Yeah, so right now, I mean, like I said, in my little town, honestly, if we didn't have news, we probably would have not even known there was a pandemic, because it's so, there's, in my state, Mecklenburg, I think we have the lowest cases of all because, again, we're so spread out, there's not a very, when I went to Berlin, it was interesting because there were like some flea markets and people, I would say like half the people were wearing masks and half the people were not. In the train, it was kind of the same thing. I would say the majority of people were wearing masks. Maybe like 80% of people were wearing masks, and then the rest were, a lot of kids just like hanging out, like.
Oh, sure, yeah. So I just I don't know. It's so weird because we're all three of us are really, we write, we're comfortable with being alone.
Yeah.
And and that type of thing, but it's got to be stressful for people. I mean, Nicole, you were the party promoter in Hollywood and downtown for years, and you love being around people, and it's just virtual. It's cool. I mean, it's great that we're talking to and seeing Jacqueline live from Germany, but it's not the same thing.
Right.
And when do you think parties are going to come back?
We're trying to bring them back. Like, I'm talking to some of the same people I would have talked to before. And like, we keep trying, but every time we, like for 4th of July, for example, I wasn't going to go actually, but they had the biggest 4th of July party ever. They were promoting it as that. And a lot of my friends were going to be there. I knew the DJs, I knew everyone. And I was like,
I was invited.
Yes, you were. And I was like, it's going to be too big, you know? And sure enough, they got it shut down. So we're going to find
really?
a happy medium. They did, yeah. It was too big.
Well, Jacqueline, they in LA they had an order that unless you were there with your immediate family, you could not congregate. You could not have a 4th of July party. You couldn't have a barbecue. It had to be just.
It was awful.
Now, I went to a barbecue and technically broke the law for a couple hours, but seriously, that was the law. You could not congregate.
Yeah.
Wait, so are you guys? But you guys are allowed to go outside. Like it's just you have to.
Well,
like
4th of July, they said you couldn't gather any people unless it was people that you live with. So technically, when I went to this barbecue, if the cops came over, which they did not, and I'm technically not at my house,
right?
And I'm not like delivering groceries or delivering food, they could have arrested me technically.
Holy shit, that's crazy.
I don't think they did. I'm sure they just gave people warnings. I told them
warnings, yeah.
But that's where it's getting. It's like, yeah.
LA must
all over again.
Yeah, LA must be so crazy, or even New York. Like it's everything is open here. Like Berlin, pretty much most stores are open, cafes are open. People are like, it looks almost like normal, you know.
Well, they open it, then they close it. So and honestly, I don't know what to do. I don't know what they're supposed to do because obviously, places like LA, New York, Chicago, Berlin, London, that's where people are all in mass, and that's where it's going to spread.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. I mean, I don't know if it's right or it's wrong.
I don't think it's been spreading here though, because I mean, even in Berlin, I was a little bit like, I'm like, wow, these people the restaurant is full, you know. I mean, the good thing is too, it's summer, so a lot of people sit outside. There's a lot of outside seating, and the tables are a little bit further apart. But there were still like a lot of people, you know, migrated. But it seems like it's fine here. Like nobody's really. The waiters are wearing the masks, which I feel bad for them, you know, but people that sit, obviously if you're drinking coffee, if you're eating food, how are you going to eat food with a mask on? But Berlin looked pretty open. Like everything was pretty stores.
I used to wait tables, and I'll tell you, waiting tables without a mask on is shitty enough.
Yeah.
But put a mask on, forget it.
Yeah.
It's a hard job.
It is. It's crazy.
Have you ever done a day job like that, Jacqueline? Wait tables?
Yes, I have. I used to be a bartender too.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I'm
sure you have stories about that.
Oh, man.
Tell me a good Jacqueline JVB bartender story.
Oh, my God. Like, I mean, we would be open till like, 4? And then we would be popping some champagne and trying to count the money while getting drunk, you know, even drunker. And then go have breakfast and drink some more and get home, I don't know, at 10 or 11, you know. That was like my usual crazy days, I guess.
Yeah.
And maybe like hit up some stores and, you know, start some shit. use the phone, like, you know, we need some help over here by the bed section.
And now your fans of your YouTube channel, of your music, have they followed you over to Germany? Have they?
Yeah, we talk. You know, it's interesting. About here and hear what's going on over there, because it's just, I feel it's just so. I feel like I'm in a different world, right? I am, you know, but it feels like I'm in a totally different, in a parallel universe, and I'm not. I'm in a different.
We all feel that way.
You know, it's just it's so. I don't know. Even just being on Facebook, it almost makes me ill, because I feel like there's so much hatred and so much craziness going on right now with you guys in the States. Like that, it's just really bad.
It's us in the States.
You know.
So the Germans on Facebook are fine. It's just the people us in the States.
Well, they just. I mean, we don't have that division going on, because I think everything has become so political that, you know, in America, that's what is really happening. You cannot just like, unless you, and I'm neutral, but if I say something, I have an opinion about something like the Black Lives Matter or a mask wearing thing.
Sure.
God, I get shut down. I get somebody like blocked me and then send me a message that I'm like a racist cunt.
Somebody called you a racist cunt?
Yes.
How dare they?
And I'm like, what? Where's this coming from? I haven't done anything. Like,
How dare they? You're not racist.
I'm not, but I'm German.
That's a joke. I'm just kidding. I just called you. But
I know,
yeah.
I know. But it breaks my heart in a way that people have become so triggered, you know, by things that aren't even. It's not like I said something bad, you know, I said something offensive.
Well, this is somebody who doesn't know you.
Well, actually, I dog sat for the guy, and he claims
Oh no.
He claims to be liberal and like a people lover and equal rights, but that's like, I feel like you cannot just say what you have to say, what you want to say on social media, unless you want to be shut down, you know, or shut up.
The proper response, and let me tell everybody out there in YouTube land and podcast land and radio land, the proper response if somebody is saying something you disagree with is, I don't agree with that.
Amen.
That's the proper response.
Yes.
Not you're a racist cunt.
Well, yeah. And I mean, people like to argue. They have, you know, I don't know if you guys experienced that when you post something, somewhat controversial.
I don't. I totally don't. I so stay away from all that.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it because people, like, they post a whole 3 paragraphs, a whole book explaining why I'm wrong. And I'm not, it's not even about right or wrong. It's just, you know, voicing an opinion. It's not
Nicole and I have been talking about that with Facebook drama, unnecessary Facebook drama.
Yeah.
Right? Who's got time for that?
It's the worst.
Well, I think it's slightly worse right now because people are like isolated, so they're like their only outlet is their computer. So they're just getting worse about it at the moment.
Absolutely. And I think there's so much amped up frustration of people not being able to do what they normally do, you know, their work or they're out of work, or their social life is fucked, you know, they have to wear masks. So
well, let's face it, we're not getting laid is what's happening.
And we're not getting laid.
Unless you got a boyfriend. And even if you have a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, you're probably sick of having sex with the same person.
Right.
But everybody's sexually frustrated. So it's going out and insulting everybody and getting into politics. I remember when people used to get laid to give a shit about politics. They were too busy getting laid.
Yes. Yes.
Have some sex. Next time you want to insult somebody, jerk off, do something. Don't. God, I just.
Wait, is it that mean when you say go fuck yourself?
Well, just and trust me, I don't know if I'll ever have sex again the way things are going.
I know.
How do you approach a woman in a bar now? There's no way.
You have to have the whole COVID test first, then you have to quarantine them. But make sure.
I mean, it's like, because bars are opening, but I'm like, and I would go to some, but I'm like, I'm not a big drinker.
Me neither.
And you know, what am I? How if I see a girl that I think is cute, even if they smile at me, even if they give me the signs, how am I supposed to approach her?
I know.
They had enough excuses before. Now they're like, oh, I don't want to get COVID from you. It's the worst.
It's horrible.
Yeah, and you know, it's okay to disagree with somebody politically. You don't have to call them vile names.
I know. Yeah.
You know,
Well, they take it way seriously. Like everybody needs to just chill out about it, but they can't because they get in their head that they have to teach you, right? They're trying to educate you because you're wrong.
Yes.
And so they just go at it.
Yeah.
That's why they take so much time. And I'm like, who has that kind of time?
You know,
right now, so many people have.
Who are these people?
You're right. You're so right. And you know what? I got really stressed out. I was like, I couldn't even sleep. I was like, I wanted to so badly talk about something, but I'm like, I made all these videos and I deleted them all. I'm like, it's just not worth it because I'm just going to get shut down again. What's the point?
It's so ridiculous. It's just, you know, and, you know, you were telling me about, you know, you're starting to, you were checking out some conspiracy theories and things like that. And, you know, David Icke, I'm like, oh. And you know what? Fine. You know, I agree. I think 5G might be a danger and possibly may have something to do with this virus. But You're listening to a guy who thinks people are lizards and thinks the moon is hollow. I don't know. The guy was a soccer player. He doesn't have a lot of credibility. But hey, it's fun.
It's fun, and I just like to question things. I think that there's always a little bit of truth to something.
Oh, no, I'm sure there is.
And also, I mean, considering what makes me question things is when things get censored and you're not allowed to speak about something like vaccines.
Absolutely.
I mean,
definitely should not have been censored. But I will tell you, the ultimate in division is the Jeffrey Epstein thing.
Oh my God!
What do you mean?
Yes.
Because everybody who likes Trump says, "Oh, Clinton murdered him." Everybody likes Clinton said, "Oh, Trump murdered him."
Yeah.
And like they had a thing on Fox News where they had a picture of him and the girl with him. They cut out Trump. But then if you see liberal things, they won't show pictures of him with Clinton. I mean, it's like everybody from all political parties, sadly and tragically and disgustingly, use this guy to sleep with 12-year-old girls.
Yes.
Pretty much.
And it's documented.
Yeah.
And that's something that we should all agree is horrible, and anybody that was involved with it should go and be thrown in jail. However, every top Democrat, Republican, and King of England, and everybody that's a chancellor in Europe would have to go.
Exactly. They're all gonna go, and that's why she's gonna get murdered. She's gonna commit suicide. Watch.
Well, I think that they'll be smart this time and have somebody shiver in the yard.
Well, I'm saying
I don't think they can't get away with suicide again. They can't do that again.
Right.
Something's gonna happen. There's gonna be an accident.
Mark, it's very difficult to shiv someone in the yard. They give you these little toothbrushes now. They're perfectly bendable, so there's more shanks.
I'm sure
I
they can figure it out.
recently had a brush with the law, so I'm aware of these things.
I have a feeling they can figure it out.
Yeah.
They would need something. It won't be a toothbrush anymore. Those days are over.
Yeah, no, trust me. I'm sure they can get the right thing in the right person's hands.
That's scary, right? Like.
But enough of that. I want to talk about something that is terrific, which is you did a video with Smash Mob.
Yes.
Which I liked. Awesome. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
It was called, Ooh La La, was it called?
Yeah. That was so much
fun.
fun. Ooh La La
by Smash Mob featuring Jacqueline Von Bierk. And another thing I found out in my research, which pertains to this video, I never knew you were a burlesque dancer.
Yes.
Now I did. Tell me.
I did only do a few shows in LA. I got back into it. I did it a long time ago, and then I kind of got back into it. And I just couldn't. It was like too many things. You want to do too many things at once. Like the music took up too much time, and I kind of stopped doing it again. But I love burlesque. I would love to get back into it. It's so much fun.
Did you have a specific special burlesque name?
No, I didn't.
You were just Jacqueline? It
was just Jacqueline Von Bierk. I thought about something, a name, and I can't remember it now.
Did you do burlesque, Nicole, at one point or another?
No, never did.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe
you look like a burlesque girl. Or like
I think I took you to a burlesque show. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. But
well, I have a lot of burlesque friends too,
yeah.
And like I've gone up on stage and danced for somebody, or I've been in like a box, but it was never like a professional thing. It's just like my friends wanting me to come dance with them. I dance a lot of places, but I've never. I would be embarrassing on like a pole or something, I've never done any of that.
Oh, stop! I'm sure.
Screw the pole. You don't need a pole.
JVB knows a pole. No, but Ooh La La, I thought was a very, I thought it was a very creative video. I was very impressed.
Yeah.
It seemed like there was a lot of green screen involved. How long ago did you film that one?
It was funny because my producer friend, my collab team, Smash Mob, Frank Rogola, like he is so creative and so amazing. So we shot that. It only took a day of us dancing, but then he had this idea, the 20s, and I need this and I need that, and I should need some, and it became this whole, it was not meant to be this big, but then he really got into it and started building the story more and more, and then getting some footage and doing the green screen with like some extra people, and then he even like rented out like this 20s clothing in LA that you can get. It was I mean, he did an incredible job, like how he did all that.
It's a very extravagant video.
It took him about a year. It took him about
awesome.
a year to do all
It
that.
looked like it. It looked like it. You could see it.
Yeah.
Because it just came out like last month, right?
Yeah, it came out in what is now? I have no sense of time anymore. In May. Yeah, in May.
Yeah, I was very very impressed.
Thank you.
And I like the song and I like the video. It was great. How's the feedback going on that?
Yeah, it was all Frank. I mean, Frank did he did all the editing. He did all of that stuff. Like.
Well, you're not the only dancer in it. There's like a lot of dancers.
Yeah. Sunset. It's just Sunset and me, Madame Sunset. You know her, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just the two of us. It's just the two of us, but he duplicated us. Like he made us like.
But I guess the way he did it, there's multiple Sunsets and Jacqueline's.
Yeah. Yeah.
My ultimate fantasy.
It's an army of us.
It's
awesome.
It's very impressive. So, and the other thing, you're still doing your thing. Your dog, I think, is the star of your videos. You realize that?
He is adorable. He's totally the star, and I love it. He cracks me up. Sometimes I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to post it, but he looks so cute. I have to.
Yeah, I mean, he's always the center of attention.
He is. He's just so adorable. I love it.
So now that you've been back in Germany for a while, is your music going to be reflective of that? Is the music you're writing now? Is it more industrial? Is it more? I don't know. I just I mean, the German music I listen to is generally industrial, but I'm sure there's other stuff brewing around that I don't hear.
I didn't do anything for the first 4 months or so because I was just so drained. I was like just taking care of my mom the entire time, and just it was like a lot. It was a lot. And then when
you ran away from Hollywood.
Yeah, and then when COVID when that all happened, the pandemic, I wrote like a song a day. That was like my kind of sanity. So it's like a range, a little bit of industrial stuff, a little bit of just like dance, a lot of dance stuff coming out. Yeah. And you know me, I'm all over the place usually, a little bit here, a little bit there.
Well, I thought maybe what you're hearing there is more Hasselhoff influence, maybe.
Nah. I did like a very happy song actually, In This Together. That was like I was getting in during my walks in the woods, which is like so beautiful. I would always get like the muse would always talk to me and give me all these melodies. So I wrote this song In This Together, and I'm gonna release a video of that actually. And that was like really pop, very happy, uplifting kind of pop. Right. And there's some stuff coming out that's like way darker, and I like that. I don't care.
Well, you're kind of in a happy, poppy kind of mood.
No, that's why I haven't actually done the Motivation Mondays, because I feel like I cannot be pretending to be something I'm not, and I've been kind of like in this, space where I'm like, what the fuck is going on in the world right now?
We all are in that space.
We're all in that space, and it's like, I feel like we're all trying to just navigate like where we going, where we heading, and what should we believe, and what does our future look like, and maybe just
what would you like the future to look like? JVB had her way. What would happen with the world?
Honestly, living off grid at the moment has never been more attractive to me. Like just by a lake somewhere. Like I never would have thought I would say that, because I'm such a city girl. I was so looking forward to being in Manhattan, like falling back in love with New York City and maybe moving back to New York. I don't know if I'm gonna go permanently back to LA. I'm gonna go back for like at least a couple of months in fall, but I don't know. Off grid seems really attractive to me. Summer by the lake and nature, and
Now,
don't know.
when you say off grid, do you foresee a time where you stop recording, you stop?
Oh no, I
doing
would totally
YouTube,
do
you stop
that and
doing
just
all
like
that?
do everything virtual. Fuck it, you know. I mean,
And what do you use to film when you're walking on your YouTube?
my phone.
Okay, but is it a selfie stick or?
No, none of it. I have my selfie stick in LA.
Okay, because I don't know.
I left like most of my shit in LA. I have like
It's so smooth when you're walking. I was just curious what you were using.
just my hand.
Okay, well, you got a steady hand.
It's all the Wim
See,
Hof.
mine would be shaking like crazy, but your hand's great. But I was going to ask about so much. Oh yes, dating in Germany as opposed to the United States.
Yeah.
The men situation.
I know nothing about it. I don't really like German guys, and
You like American guys?
I do. But honestly, I don't know. My little shit town, there's like nobody. Like my neighbor, he's like 70 and he's married anyway, but he's like walking around with a little Speedo, and I'm like, please don't do that.
Oh.
Like, can't that just be like a hot dude walking by or something? You know? No, I haven't seen anything.
And the Speedo. Well, that's the European way. They don't wear shorts; they wear Speedos.
It's hilarious. Even my mom's boyfriend, he's like a little bit bigger, and he's like walking around in his little G-string kind of, and I'm like, you got confidence. Congratulate. I mean, it's kind of cool actually, you know. He's just like, what? I'm like, Mom, can he just wear some clothes or something?
Oh.
She's like, no, that's what he does.
Yeah. I didn't know Mom had a boyfriend that was freeballing it like that.
Yeah. He, you know, it took me like a month and a half. I'm like, can you please knock on the bathroom door before you come? Like, why? What's the big deal? I'm like, I like my privacy.
I'm just walking around in a Speedo.
It's funny.
So when you go to Berlin and you see all the guys, you got to picture them with the Speedo under the pants and it kills it.
Yeah. So speaking of German dating,
like animal print Speedos, like that kind of thing.
I'm going back to Berlin one more time, so maybe I'm gonna go on a dating site. But even then, come on, the times we live in. What does it even matter, right?
Well, you can go on a Zoom date, or I did a social distancing date where
you have to tell me about this.
That's 6 feet apart. And
have you done that, Nicole? Are you?
No, I pretty much have sex and food. So I don't really date because it's so steady right now. So it's just I have sex and food.
That sounds good to me.
Nicole's happier than anybody around, and she's not concerned about politics. But she's concerned about herself.
Well, it's more along the lines of I'm concerned, but what the fuck can I do?
Exactly.
Thank you. Yes. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you like American guys better than German guys?
Yeah. I mean, I haven't found a German guy I really like. You know, I mean.
They're all walking around in Speedos.
Bring it.
This is a challenge for all the German men out there because I can't go out there. So see what you can do.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think who the German male sex symbols. A lot of beautiful German women. I'm trying to think of a German male Hasselhoff, but he's American. But I'm trying to think. The guy from Rammstein, maybe. That guy.
Who?
Till from Rammstein, maybe.
Oh, nah, I don't be sexy.
I'll bet he wears Speedos. He looks like
actually, Richard
Who?
is not the guitarist from Rammstein.
Okay, yeah. But they all the Rammstein guys look like Speedo guys.
Well, you know what? They live not too far from where I live. They live in my area.
Oh, the guys from Rammstein?
Till does, yeah. He has a house in Schwerin.
Oh, well, maybe if you're lucky.
I know.
See him walking around with Speedos on.
It's funny, actually. It's you know, through conversations, I know someone who knows someone who knows him really well, but then also a friend of mine, her daughter is dating his daughter.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
That's interesting.
It's
Imagine being a girl. You go to the house. She's like, "I want you to meet your father," and it's the guy from Rammstein.
I know, right?
So that'd be a little intimidating.
Well, that was funny. I went to my friend's house last time I was here, and his daughter had like this really cool red hair, and I said, "Oh man, I love your hair color. I used to have the hair color." And then my friend was like, "You know who that is, right?" I'm like, "I have no idea." Well, that's Till's daughter. I'm like, "Oh shit,
Oh.
cool."
Wow, you're networking. You didn't even know it.
I know, right? Yeah.
Well, where does the time go? I could talk to you two forever, and I could talk to you.
I have a question.
Nicole has a question though. Go ahead.
This is actually for you, Mark. Can I talk about the screenplays and people who are writing them?
I was just about to say. I was just about to get to what you guys are doing. Please tell us all about that.
Yes.
Well, I am working with 2 people right now who are writing screenplays for me, and one of them is Mark.
Yes, I am working on it.
And the other one is New York Times bestselling novelist Alan Kistler.
So he's probably going to finish first, but
I don't know. We'll see. You guys both have had a lot. I think you're ahead of him, but I'm not sure.
treatment's coming, and then I've got I've got the outline. I'm just I'm working on it, so that's great. So that you got me, and you've got a New York Times bestseller writing screenplays for you. That's not too shabby.
I'm really excited about this collaboration. I think you're going to do a great job, and I can't wait to see what you come up with.
This is based on one of your scary stories from the ebook, Some Fucked Up Shit, which you can get on Amazon, and also Some Fucked Up Shit Ghosts, which I haven't read yet, but I hear is great.
And if you're not supporting Amazon, go to your local Barnes & Noble and order it, and they'll ship it to you.
Yeah, absolutely. And,
awesome. Yes.
So check out Nicole Sixx Books on Instagram.
Thank you.
And Nicole H6 on Facebook, and you'll see all that's going on in Nicole's world, and all sorts of beautiful pictures of Nicole that everybody comments how amazing and how beautiful you are.
Thanks.
Well, Jacqueline, though. Jacqueline, now tell us, before we go, Jacqueline, everything you got going on, your YouTube channel, your music, and how people can get a hold of you.
Yes, I'm Jacqueline Von Bierk, like pretty much everywhere. Pink Star Music but it's all under Jacqueline Von Bierk. So that's where you can find me.
And you can see all the old Otto's Daughter videos and the new video from Smash Mob, Ooh La La, on YouTube. Yeah. I recommend you check out Ooh La La as soon as you can. And Jacqueline, I can't wait for your. Well, I hope everything's okay. I hope your mom is doing okay. I hope your mom's boyfriend starts putting on some pants, and I'm glad that you're the world's on pause right now, and you're in a good place.
I really am.
You got your dog, you got your vegetation.
Yeah.
And
that's awesome.
Was your German rusty when you moved back?
A little bit. I was like, how do you call that? But it's coming back. It's definitely coming back. Do I sound more German now? I hope not.
No, you sound the same. The lovely accent that we've grown to love. But I mean, do people think you're American? Like trying to talk German when you got back?
What?
When you got back, did people think you were American trying to talk German?
Yeah, a little bit. Like somebody's like, "Oh yeah, you have this accent." I'm like, "I do? What? No."
We corrupted you, Jacqueline. That's what it is. It's so great to see both of you. I miss both of you, and I'll see Nicole soon. And Jacqueline, maybe we'll run into each other off the grid soon.
I know. It sounds really good, doesn't it?
Yes, and Goth Comedian on all social media. Everybody have a wonderfully creepy week. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Jacqueline. That was great.
Of course, yes. I was so confused though, Nicole. I wasn't sure if you were hosting as well. Like I feel like
Nicole was kind of the co-host, but she's always got stuff going on.
Yeah, because I wanted to hear more about her as well.
I know there's so much.
And I'm sorry for all the interruptions. This is a terrible place to try to have a Zoom.
Yeah, if we had a better connection, I would have asked Nicole more questions, but she kept going on and off.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that sucked, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's all good. Oh, good.
Anyway, thanks a lot.
Be safe, guys, you know, and hopefully things get somewhat back to normal, whatever that new normal is, you know.
We'll see if that ever happens.
And Nicole, have some sex
Right.
for us, okay? Have some sex for us.
All right, you got it.
Thanks.